The resistance of Ukraine. It's 1 month since the Russian army began to invade Ukraine through the sea, land and air routes. It has become brutal day by day. Thousands have died, millions have fled, and cities have been ruined completely. Yet, through it all, Ukrainian fighters have held on and pushed back against what experts say is a demoralized Russian military. A Russian army officer says to the German media, "We are able to move the armed vehicle inside the city, but we cannot guess from where the fire is hit." The Ukraine soldiers and Ukraine citizens are now well trained with the weapons. Ukrainians are now psychologically trained with an only aim of not letting the Russian soldier inside their country. Makeshift roadblocks have been erected by locals. In some area, people parked their tractors and delivery trucks at a strategic angle to stop the Russian army for as long as they can. According to a report by the BBC, workers in the swine factory who normally stitch uniforms are also contributing by making sandbags. A Ukrainian road maintenance company also said that it was removing all the road sign to hinder the invading Russian forces. The enemy has a poor communication. They cannot navigate the terrain. They are using Molotov cocktails to fend the Russian troops. The Ukraine citizens are taught to trigger javelin guns with the aim of shoot and sight, fire it and forget it. These strategies are slowly stopping the Russian soldier to move forward. Though it's war with weapons, the soldiers are human beings. The deficiency of food is stepping them back, but the Ukraine is showing the value called morale by providing them the food. Around 10,000 soldiers are killed in the war, but Vladimir Putin is hiding these numbers from the media. Russia is losing the battle inch by inch. The battle is between the Russian tough soldiers with the common citizens of Ukrainians. Russia is surrendering by halting the war and concentrating on the Donbass region. They are being defeated. This will mark in the history of the world how Japan restored its army. Likewise, Ukraine's youth will be known as a superpower army in the forthcoming days. Russians are said to have professional army, but the lack of communication is misleading them in the battlefield. This is giving a clear picture that the whole world is standing together for the denounce of Vladimir Putin. The West is swiftly planning to include Ukraine in the NATO. The other nations are preparing to fund the Ukraine to rebuild its city, which will be a greater scope for people in the building constructions. Also, it's giving a wider opportunity for starting the new business. Russians are currently undergoing the deficiency of household grocery list. For example, no sugar. In restaurants and other places, Russians are unable to access their ATM cards due to the shortage of money and the inflow of currency in the bank. Russians cannot sustain with $600 billion which is reserved. The common people will land in the street without food because Russia imports many edible products from the neighboring countries, which is currently sanctioned. Canada has accepted the global request to increase the production of gas for exporting, and Gulf countries are joining hands to increase the production of oil by the end of this year. There is no choice left for Vladimir Putin. This catastrophe has triggered fear in China. The Chinese External Affairs Minister arrived in India to maintain a mutual understanding, as they have the large drop in business due to the eruption of coronavirus from Wuhan. China is afraid whether their export will be sanctioned due to the pandemic, or will they be isolated like Russia. Till last date, China was the backup of Russia. Now, Chinese are washing off their hands and sliding towards the decisions of other countries. This seems like indirect surrender of the capitalist countries. Russians are going to face an unpredictable, tough scenario. We can see Ukraine refugees are returning back to their motherland with the motto, do and die. It's this resistance that world is standing together, and NATO had a meeting in Brazil. Ukraine is going to create history in the world by bringing major reforms in several aspects.